So, if you have an older car that does not have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, then this is going to be the video for you because today I'm going to be taking a look at the CarpodGo T3 Pro. So, this is a portable touchscreen display that will give you the ability to use CarPlay or Android Auto in an older car. All right, so let's get this unboxed and see what we got. And it looks like we have some additional accessories here that they've given me. And here's the main box with the unit. We'll take a look at this in a moment. But first, let's take a look at some of the additional accessories. Looks like this is for hooking up the backup camera that it comes with. Let's see this. This here is a USB Bluetooth adapter. Here we have one of the mounts, the extra mounts that it comes with. Looks like this one is for made for the window. And we have wires to hook up the backup camera. And we have the backup camera itself. I'm not going to hook up the backup camera for this particular video. Might do this for an additional video later on. All right, now let's crack open the main box here. So here is the screen. It's fully laminated with a resolution of 1920 by 720. And it's 60 FPS, so scrolling through apps should be smooth. All right, and here's a look at the screen. It's an 8.9-inch screen, and first impressions right away is the screen looks the display looks very reflective. Um, Probably going to be a con for me for this, but we'll see how it is when you're actually using it. So we also have some other accessories here in this box. USB OTG adapter. We have some accessories for the other mounts that you get here. We have our power. And of course, we're going to get our user manual. Now I just want to show you guys the ports on the back side here. So we have USB Type C, we have a mic, we have audio video in, we have auxiliary port, and we have our power. So before setting this up in my car, I'm going to power this on using a portable battery that I have here just to test it out real quick. All right, power's on immediately, which is a good sign. And connecting via Bluetooth was very, very easy. It's just like connecting any other device. And as you can see here, my phone is now connected to the CarPod Go. All right, so we are now connected. The screen looks good. It looks bright. I can scroll through the apps without any issues. Scrolling is responsive, which is good. All right, now let's try to play a song. I'm going to use, I use Amazon Music, so I'm going to tap on Amazon Music here. And any song or any music we hear right now, it's going to be playing from the unit itself. Because obviously I'm not connected to my car stereo yet. So a few things to mention now here. When you hit the CarPod app, it takes you to the screen right here. The second feature here allows you to switch to Android Auto. Um, this button here is to change the Bluetooth. And here we could change the language, change the date and time. We can change here the display, the brightness. You could change the background wallpaper. There's also a section here that says logo. So, if you want to pretend you're driving in a Mercedes, on the startup screen, picture or a logo of, the Mercedes logo will pop up, or really any, car model here, it's here. And then we have our CarPlay settings here. And here's our volume settings. Okay, now in my vehicle, and I mounted it very easily. The magnets seem pretty strong. I don't think this thing is going anywhere. And right now I do have the power plugged in. All right, so right now my car is turned off, and I'm going to turn it on to show you guys how quickly the CarpodGo T3 Pro boots up. Now, they say it should take only 12 seconds, so let's see. All right, I counted 13 seconds, but still a very quick boot up time. And my phone is automatically synced up to the CarPod Go now whenever I get in the car and start it up. And as you guys can see, there's just a single wire coming from the unit, and that's solely for power. Some people might find it a bit, unsightly. I personally don't mind it, but I get why it could bother other people. It does run up and down the dashboard here, which isn't the cleanest look, but for me, it's definitely not a deal breaker. So there are a few ways you could listen to audio on this. You could do one through Bluetooth. Another one is auxiliary input. Another way is through your FM radio by setting it to a channel not being used, or through the built-in speakers in the CarPod Go. Now, since I have an older car, I don't have Bluetooth built in. So I have actually been using this via the FM radio option, and I actually really like using it this way. It's very easy. So I'm just going to show you guys right now. So the station I set it for is 87.9. You can set the station on the CarPod Go. And here I could just change the volume or adjust the volume with the knobs on my car stereo. Now you guys will see I have another wire coming out of the CarPod Go. That's because I plugged it in through the auxiliary input option. So obviously this adds another wire, which some people might not like, but it is a direct connection from the CarPod Go to your car speakers. So this would be obviously more stable than the FM option. And here's a little music playing through the auxiliary input option. And just like the FM option, you can control volume with your car stereo's knobs. Now, you can use this Bluetooth USB auxiliary adapter. So you plug it into your USB port and your auxiliary input port, and it will send out a wireless Bluetooth signal. It's nice to have this option if you don't have Bluetooth, but have an auxiliary port in your car. And if you don't have either Bluetooth or an auxiliary port, there is an accessory they have, which is a Bluetooth FM transmitter. Now, as I said earlier, I'm actually enjoying using the FM option straight from the CarPod Go. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys is this footage of me using the Apple Maps while driving and listening to some music. This is just so much better than using my phone for GPS directions because the screen is, so much more bigger than my phone. And, if you want to just use the Maps app for directions and maybe just listen to your regular radio to listen to music, you definitely have that as an option. So at the end of the day, the CarpodGo T3 Pro is a great solution for adding Apple Carplay or Android Auto to an older car. It features a bright, high-definition 1920 by 720 screen, connects quickly when you start your car, and the included mount is sturdy, so it stays firmly in place. The only downside for me is that the screen is quite reflective. It's not a deal breaker, but it could be a concern for some people. But if you are interested in picking one up, I'll leave a link in the description. But that's going to do it for this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching.